crewing. So again, everything's nice and quiet again. Yay. Let me get you over here because I know you can't stand these freaking lights. Like, what the frick, man? Got them all up in my face. That's my cat. He can't stand being in the office chair when I got the LED lights on. Another way to keep him out of my chair. But anyway, so yeah, the FLE technology, as you can see, it's freaking insane. It is absolutely beautiful. I mean, this technology is freaking boss. I freaking love it so much. So we got a whole new category of projectors we're going to be playing around with now. Pico projectors, man. I've used Pico projectors before, but this technology just makes it work so much easier. It just does. And again, like I said, we can use our technology in fully lit environments, all that good stuff. We did a ton of demonstrations on the Pico projectors, you know, clearing up why this does not work with gray and white projection screens. Did I announce who I was? I don't think I have. I'm so excited about this. First things first, my name is Kenneth Bird. My company is Black Series Edition LLC. And of course, we have the Crystal Edge technology screens. It's going to have that new Imperial gunmetal. It's going to have a dedicated, we're going to bring out the Christian dedicated screen paint with the screen paint for churches and stuff. We're going to bring that back out again and design it with the FLE technology because I have a lot of churches I want to do business with. Also, too, we are going to bring out the new company under the FLE-VT. Pretty soon we'll tell you what all that means, but we can't tell you right now. So this right here, these cool, amazing LED lights. I told you I wanted some different LED lights to give away for free with our kit. These neon bar lights are freaking sick. They have sound. They have different tones that can pop up with different colors and everything. And these are rope lights. These are much better than the original lights. So you can see them on the side. These right here, you can see them right there on the side of my wall. That right there is the original lights. These are the ones we used to give away. Those are the ones that have the spaces in between. These right here have one solid strip blue of neon. They're absolutely beautiful. And these, I think, are weatherproof. I think they're weatherproof lights. I'm pretty sure they are. But anyway, as you can see, they go fantastic with the setup. So this right here is a desk to show you how amazing the FLE Alpha CINEMAX screen paint is that this is a desk that I made. I didn't have to go buy anything at the end of the day. Everything on the table is scratched, pretty much scratched. So underneath of it, it's an old Home Depot desk I use for work. It's like about $50 or $25, whatever. That's what it is. I had that laying around the shop for a bit. The table area, top area, this is a dirty piece of wood that was laying along the side of the garage. It was up there for 6 months. Rain, snow was out there and all that mess. Took it out, wiped it down. I got to put that demonstration of us painting that. Put it right against the wall. Used it for a projection screen for the wall. And then I decided when I went with the wallpaper because it's lighter. And I just cut this thing down just enough so I don't slam into it when I'm coming in here. And bolted it. Now actually screwed it down to the table. And boom, there's my table right there. And it's coated with the FLE technology, which means my table is literally a projection screen. I work on a projection screen, which is fantastic because I can watch my TVs, my sports, my shows. And then here, this is glass. That is a glass window pane. It's a glass window. That's what it is. So took the glass window, coated it over with the FLE technology because the original one that was on the actually was the front and rear, but I needed some service at the time for work. So coated over that with the paint, and that's it. I painted over a cardboard box. We turned the cardboard box into a projection screen, put it against certified, put it against white, put it against gray. It did exactly what it was designed to do. Our table right here looks absolutely amazing. Just what I showed you, the demonstrations from the beginning on the Pico projector at 50 lumens on gray and white. This is why I showed you all that. I get certified, showed you all that from the door because I'm getting ready for the next stage. Everything goes in stages. So, you know, if we're showing this off and someone comes along and says, hey, we could do this with a gray and white screen with no problem whatsoever. No, you can't. We can show you why you can't, why it won't work, and explain to you why it won't work. It just won't work. At all, period. Doesn't work well. And that black looks so much better than having a desk that's all gray or white. But anyway, glass window that I pulled out of a window, and this over here is just a dirty piece of wood that was converted. This is how I got my desk. That's the beautiful thing about our technology. You do not have to worry about spending any money. Oh, by the way, projectors in the demonstration, cheap. Projector behind me, which I'm using right now for the time being until my Pico projector comes in. My Pico projectors, I got 3 of them, and it only cost me around somewhere roughly $200 for 3 Pico projectors, and these are good ones too. My projector behind me, which is a Sony VPL FH30, this projector cost me $300. That's it. And the Pico projector at 50 lumens hitting the table Cost me 75 bucks. That's it. So you don't spend any money for expensive projectors. You don't spend any money to apply it to a surface. You can make your screen out of cardboard if you want to. Doesn't make a difference. The technology is going to look absolutely incredible. And the beautiful thing about this technology, for the price range of what we charge for it, it could do things that certified screens can't even begin to think of, including giving you the amazing Infinity 1 contrast level, which gunmetal screens can't produce. Keep in mind, we're coming up with our own version of gunmetal also too. It is going to be much more advanced than the gunmetal technology on the market, but even that screen can't go side by side with the Infinity 1 technology. So it's not going to happen at all, period. But it's still good technology. So let's get back to these beautiful neon lights. This is going to be free. This is our gift to you, including free shipping, because we ship this product anywhere in the world for free. You don't pay a dime out of your pocket. No surcharge fees, no hidden costs, none of that nonsense. Absolutely free to ship it where you need to go to. Look, I figure at the end of the day, you got to have stuff going through customs from overseas customers. Things are going to go through customs. Things can get expensive. The last thing you need to worry about is shipping. So we take care of that for you. And we give you some free cool LED lights with it too. Now these LED lights, actually I'm doing the flash on here right now. It does have multiple settings. You can actually add music into this. Let me see if we can hook up the one for music here. Let's go over to our colors first. Full remote control, easy to set up. And oh, too, you can take these lights and you can actually design things on your walls, wrap around your desk, and they're fully weatherproof. Oh, by the way, the paint's fully weatherproof too, and it's ultra short though compatible. Now we got some new specifications we just put in for you, because now we're going to be using this a lot on Pico projector setups. So we do have a list of requirements for Picos. We can pick up at 50 lumens. That's the minimum of what the screen can pick up, even with the lights on at 50 lumens. It does state a certain screen size, because we are going to have a whole category of portable setups for you guys. And we're going to be testing this all around Allentown. Show you how cool this is going to be. All right, so let's go over here and let's get some music. Bop, bop, bop. Bop, bop, bop. Excuse my singing, it's not that well. Bop, 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 bop. Yeah. Yeah, it has the whole sound activation, and it's my sensor is way underneath the desk, and I'm over here, and I can still la 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 da 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 da. Let's get something better than my sound. Me singing at the end of the day is awful, absolutely awful. Let's get something better than that. I freaking love this. I love this so much. But I would not have spent the money for this. It'd be crazy expensive, I swear. I have a desk like this. Let me see. Let's go over here and let's grab, let me see. I'm going to grab some copyright-free music. Copyright-free music. Oh, you have better places to be at than over there. Taco, let's go. I don't care about your attitude. Let's go. All those wires and cables over there. Yeah, he likes to play with my cables and wires. Out. Come on, 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 come on. Be nice. I swear. This is Joker. His nickname is Joker, because Joker likes to get in trouble. Oh my goodness, every time I talk, this lights move. Joker loves to get in trouble. He does. He likes to get in trouble. All cats do. They're just curious. What does this do? That's his line for the day. What does this do? Always messing with something. Let me see. With some copyrights, with some beats to it. Copyrights free. You just determined to go back over there, aren't you? I just told you not to go over there, didn't I? What I just tell you to do? You gotta listen, man. You gotta listen. Yeah, stay on your chair. Always in trouble. Sheesh. I already just told him not to go over there. He goes back over there. 5-year-old kids, that's what they are. The lights are supposed to be activated. What if I got the sensors up? Oh, sensors gotta be near the speakers. That's what it is. Gotta be near the speakers. Can we drop one of these down? Let me see. Where are my speakers at? It's activating my sound of voice. There we go. I had to drop the speakers to the sensor, so let me shut up for a minute. Oh man, I'm telling you, this is gonna be hot. I swear, it's gonna be so hot.
All your favorite.
This is going now. It's activating my voice now. But you have certain sensors on here that will allow you to be able to basically if you want the music or you want it high sensitive or lower sensitive. I got no high sensitive right now. Let me go over here and let's go back to my flames. Flames background black screensaver. Show what the color ones. I did get the color ones right there. We go. There we go. Get my flames back in there. As I said before, the infinity contrast level. Oh, hold on for a minute. Let me change this over real quick. So I'll put my flashers back on. Boom. So yes, it has a whole bunch of really cool colors attached to it. LED lights. Like I said, really easy to set up. The first pair that I got, basically, yeah, this stuff has the FLE technology. This stuff will pick up at 50 lumens on top of a table. Told you this was a beast. But anyway, so like I said, the first set I got, that's why I'm glad I test these lights first before I basically ship them out, because I need to know if they're going to work 100%. And the first set that I got, yeah, that plugged them things in, they flashed and they went off, and I was like, oh, this is not going to be a good sign. And no sooner than probably about an hour, because I leave these on. These have been on since I had them. I haven't turned them off yet. They cut off. I was like, okay, they're dead. This is not going to work. Let's go order another pair. So got my money back, got another pair, and bought these. And these actually run perfect. I had them on ever since. I've never had any problem. They were easy to hook up, easy to attach, everything. This is the reason why I don't know, when I go out and I do fixed frame screens and people ask about fixed frame screens, I put so many of these things together that I know certain screens I would never touch with a 10-foot pole, and other ones I do advise customers to buy. So you have to buy a lot of these screens to know the bad from the good, because there are bad fixed frame screens, there's bad motorized projection screens, and there's some really nice ones at the end of the day that you have to spend a lot of money for. So I've done a lot of testing on LED lights. At the end of the day, I know quite a lot about them, and I know for a fact that these are actually fantastic, and I usually will leave them on to see exactly how long it would take for them to burn out, and these have been doing fantastic. I absolutely love these. So I've already been in contact with the company, sent out some information on my business, sent over my business tax wholesale license. All that information was sent over, so that way I can go in and basically get my lights for much cheaper, so that way I can give them to you for free, because I still got to pay for them at the end of the day. I still got to pay, but you still get them for free because we get them for a very good price. I like these much better than the original ones. Those are the original ones over there. I'll put a little slot in the camera. You can see a little bit right there. Those right there are the originals that had the spaces in between, and these are the futuristic technology for the lights. So I'm going to be using these from now on. Definitely from now on. Now, do they have that peel back stickiness to them? No, this is different. It has a clamp system that goes all the way around. which I do like the clamp system. This allows you to shape it and design it. I want to do something with a circle. I do want to finish and put one right across here and wrap one around my printer and come around the other end. I'm probably going to do something under the desk. And I got to go pick up myself a glow-in-the-dark, actually a LED light mouse pad, because I'm going to need one now. Definitely going to need one for my discotheque table. And now the projector we have on the top area right there, that right there is the 50 lumen projector. I can see nice and bright on the table. You can see it from here with no problem. Angle gain on there is absolutely insane. And then we got the 4000 hitting the screen here. As you can see, there's really no difference between the 4000 and 50. And keep in mind, check out our test demonstrations on our site. We did 1000 versus 5000. And yeah, really no difference because of our ambient light projection technology capabilities. I put down a detailed list of things that you'll be able to do. And as I said before, think outside the box. That's why when I sit there and say at the end of the day that our demonstrations are unmatched, they are. You don't see people doing demonstrations with projection screen technology like this because they have limits. Yeah, there's a lot of limits. Some screens, they'll have those kind of reflective surfaces. And first of all, I would not turn a $5,000, $3,000, $5,000 gun nose screen into a I got a video playing in the background. What's on my phone? One of the videos activated. I don't know if you can hear it or not, but we can play through it. It doesn't make a difference. It's copyright free anyway. I think the phone acts something one of the videos I was downloading for Facebook. We're doing some videos over there. Activated. Yeah, good meet background music. I'll take it. But anyway, as I said before, I don't know if you can hear it or not. I can hear it. As I said before, you're not going to take a $5,000 screen and lay it to a table. The screens are interesting. Like I said, they have that kind of narrow uniform effect. So if you hit it with a projector, it's going to go dark around the edges easily. That's why they lay perfectly flat against the wall. And again, it's a $5,000 screen, so 3 to 5,000. With our technology, it being the paint, some of it, because we do have physical screens coming out, you can convert anything you want. So a dirty table, and we have a dirty piece of sheet of wood, plywood, and a window. And this is what we got out of it. And the projectors, we didn't pay hardly nothing for. This is what our technology does. So that's what I'm saying. When we get our showroom, and when I'm on site and I'm showing off demonstrations like this is why the technology is going to go right to the roof. It's a bigger impact when you can see it in real life. I mean, I'm very happy. We got customers that trust our technology. They buy it, and they display it. And we got tons of customers that show off our technology on levels that other projection screens are not doing in this decade in time. And we're happy for that, blessed for that. But when you have a technology sitting right out there in the open and people can walk up to it and touch it, and yeah, it makes a ton of money extremely fast. 50 quarts of this technology would sell out in no time at all, very easily. Because again, you got a TV at home. This thing can literally replace your TV with no problem. And as in the demonstrations we showed on the screen, just flexing. No text, just flexing by itself. We're talking about right from the door, it was able to take out anything that laid against it. Certified screens can't touch it. We got one of the top and the best screens on the market sitting on my table. The screen has an infinity contrast level. No gunmetal can come near it. They can't take the screen. Certified screen sitting on my table, you're not taking that outside. You can take this outside. It's fully weatherproof. You don't need any special projectors. Some of the certified screens require you to have a special ultra short throw screen to use that ultra short throw. This doesn't even require it. So again, this will do things that the other screens can't do. Projector mapping applications, which are going to be shown off pretty soon, which this technology has the capability of doing, and it does have a real version of itself. So imagine instead of going out and spending all this money for an expensive table, and this is what you can do with it. Go over to Home Depot, pick up a sheet of plywood and a window. Now, the technology I said before will be available on February the 9th, 2024, and you'll be getting these cool little lights with it. Including, if you're going to be choosing to get the 20 ounce, people popping in, the 20 ounce, the 20 ounce, or you're going to be picking up the, what is it, the 20 ounce, 32 ounce, and what's the other one thing about 20 ounce, 30 ounce, and 1 gallon. Gee whiz, I'm sorry. Interesting day starting off with later. So yeah, the different prices we have for each one. I'm just looking at the remote control. Here we go. So there's your remote control. That's what's going to come in your package. Now you're going to get 2 tracking numbers because the box for these things are huge. These are huge lights. So there's 2 tracking numbers. One of your tracking numbers is going to say your LED lights. That's going to be the package for your LED lights. Other one's going to say your screen paint. So you'll see it from there. Now, I have to put this out there. I have to say this. I know some people say I'm saying it's intimidating. No, lawyers have me say this at the end of the day. Stuff has a batch number. There's batch numbers on this technology. So, under the policy, under this technology, it stands with a $1 million violation for a batch number. I'm trying to give people fair warning on this. We're already bringing people to court already for dumb stuff. Please don't become a part of this mess. This is not going to be an easy product to go in and say, oh, I got a can from a customer. No. Every time we sell one of these, it goes under a category, which we know who we sold it to, when we sold it to, what time. There's a track record of every can then shipped out from wherever we ship it out from. So we can keep track of everything. So if you claim that you got something from somebody, we'll see that serial number on the side. We can track it down through the inventory and tell exactly where it came from and when it was shipped out and who it was purchased from. So with that being said, there's a policy on these things. And in that policy states that if you violate a batch number, and a batch number, for those you don't know, we have to paint the screen down, test it, show it off, display it before we can actually ship it out to you. So you can go in and you can type in your date, and your date will come pull a video up that will show your product being tested. Mind you, these are made in 10-gallon containers, and they're made in 5-gallon containers. So the odds of an entire batch going bad, that's virtually impossible because they're tested before they're shipped out. And the odds of yours going bad and everybody else is working perfectly fine, again, it's not going to work well for you. I'm just trying to explain to you. So from the door. So we will fine you, we will take you to court, and we will sue you for $1 million. So you know from the door, there's no way to win it at all, virtually impossible. So I would advise you enjoy the product, you know, have fun with it, and just don't do dumb stuff. That's all I'm saying at the end of the day. Now, keep in mind, so you can also understand this too, my attorneys were telling me also too, if you do this, it's also considered fraud against my company, which means you're committing fraud. You're spreading false lies, which means along with the $1 million lawsuit, we are going to file criminal charges against you, and this will get you a 20-year prison sentence. So I advise you, don't do that, okay? All right. It's funny how I'll say this stuff, and we'll literally have people do dumb stuff, so I'll probably be ending up with this technology, and I'm taking someone to court, and whatever, it's usually people never learn, but hey, how's it go? You play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Some people got a whole bunch of prizes. They got all the grand prizes coming up pretty soon this summer. But let's move on to this stuff right here. All right, so that's basically about it. Now, like I said, you buy the product, you don't like it, it's not to your liking, you give your honest opinion. I got no problem with that. Like I said, it's freedom of speech. I support you 100% on that. Whether you like or like my product, I support you on that. That's the right. Your right is freedom of speech. But if you're going to be doing things like saying we're scammers, we're ripping people off, our products don't work, even though all this stuff is tested, we have, you're mixing our products with whatever, God knows what, we'll see you in court and you're loose. That's what's going to happen from the door. The containers are special containers, which means they are self-locking, which means that you can't say you got it from somebody because, again, these containers are sealed. They have special seals on them and all that. So we know the seals were broken, that they've been tampered with, and all that other good stuff. So, yeah. Unfortunately, you have to go through all that. It's funny. It's not funny, but I remember when you used to be able to buy a container of aspirin, and it didn't have that plastic seal on the top. It just had a bunch of cotton stuffed into it. It had the child-proof locks on it, yeah. But it had, when you opened it up, you just had a bunch of cotton you had to pull out before you got to the aspirin. And then, I don't know what happened, but along the line, people were just doing some crazy stuff where they were just mixing in all kinds of crazy stuff into mouthwash, into pills, all kinds of stuff. They were just tampering with the items. And this is where along the line they came up with these seals. They had to seal everything, put seals on them, so they show they weren't tampered with. But there was a time at one point where you can just open up a container, didn't have a seal on it. I remember someone was talking about that, saying that all containers had seal. No. You weren't born in my era. I was born in between. I was born in 1968. So I grew up in the a little bit of the 60s, a little bit, 70s, 80s, and so forth. And I do remember that at the end of the day that, we never had those seals. And the seals came later on when people were doing dumb stuff. I think the first thing started with the eye drops. People were putting weird stuff in the eye drops from the factories. That's why I said you got to pray over your stuff at the end of the day, because, again, I worked in enough factories, and I know at the end of the day, if you're mad at the supervisor, can't take it out on him, you need your job. You got to pay bills at the end of the day, that you can't get up mad at him, so they take it out on the product. And I've seen it happen many times, too much to count, you know what I mean? So, yeah, you got to pray over stuff when you get it. You really do. But anyway, cool lights, and that's the size of the box sitting on the table. So you're going to have two tracking numbers. One is going to sit there and say that you're going to have tracking numbers for your LED lights, and one is going to be for your product. We are going to do the gallon containers a little different too. All the containers are going to be different. We're going to do different containers on all of them. All right, and you can order the product directly from the website when it becomes available. We already have plans already for all the technology we're working on, that all of it will come through us. So you can't go to anybody else but us. We'd rather have it that way, 100%. Later on, probably in the summer, you'll start seeing the TV technology coming out, ad tech, stuff like that. So we're doing it gradually. We can't do it all in one hit. It's virtually impossible. There's a lot of stuff we're working on. And then we have that acoustic technology. That acoustic screen is going to be an absolute beast. And the other one we have is actually the same. This one's going to be absolutely incredible. It's going to do all the things that you can't do with a $4,000 acoustic screen or $1,500 acoustic screen. And they come at 150 from the door, which means you have the option to stretch it to whatever size you want, from 50 inches all the way up to 150 max. All right, well, let me see. Let's play around with these lights a little bit. Let's get our switch over here. Play around with our LED lights here for you guys. That's why I said I wanted something different. With the FLE technology, I wanted a different set of LED lights. Wanted something that, the customer can really, really enjoy. These lights are okay and all, but these are much better. Let me see. Well, we got speed on here. Yeah, you do have a brightness button. There is a brightness on here, on top of that, just in case if they're too bright for you, you're not blind yourself at the end of the day. There is you can dull the lights. So hold on a minute. Let me put it on a regular color first. Red. Let's see. All right, that's the green. Okay, cool. All right. So you can take the dim down. If you don't want them that high, you can bring them up. So you can adjust them. I'll put them back on my color display. You have timer, all that stuff, different modes, different speeds, all that cool stuff. I prefer to have mine in blue. I love the blue. But anyway, so yeah, these are going to come free with your lights. And like I said, you're going to have two tracking numbers. One's going to come with the LED lights. One's going to come with the screen paint technology. Is it easy to apply? Yeah. I'm going to put a link in. I know I keep forgetting to put the link in, but I'm going to put a link in tabletop that I painted in. Like I said, one code application, no crazy instructions. None of that nonsense, because nobody really wants to go through that kind of headache at the end of the day. Just paint the screen and be done with it. You can paint this over your fixed frame screens, motorized projection screens. You can paint it on brick, plywood, glass. I can see we have over here. Two things we don't advise you to paint it on is stucco and polyester tarp. You definitely would wreck the screen. Oh, and another thing too, we have to put onto the specifications. No inflatable screens. Don't do that. You'll damage your screen big time. So don't do that either. We do have we're thinking about coming out with a special screen paint for that, but then I thought at the end of the day, we're gonna make our own inflatable screens. I've actually blown enough of these screens up to see exactly what I hate about them. One of the things I hate about the inflatable screens is a constant, consistently need for power. It's just a freaking headache, and you hear the going off in the background. I hate that. So Inflatable screens aren't really hard to build. If you look at them, take one down, look at it, it's pretty much like stitching a pair of jeans together. That's pretty much what it is. I did all the research on it, and that's pretty much what it is. So with our inflatable screens, we want to make them so basically that once you put the air in, it stays in like a beach ball, and then you're done with it. Now they do make these screens, but they're so expensive because they make them for pool parties. So you can set the entire screen right on your freaking pool, and it can float around. You can watch movies on them, but they're crazy expensive. So we're going to change that. We're going to bring out a screen that's black, pulls up like an OLED, and you can go out there and watch your movies as they were intended to be watched, but then you can blow it up and don't put any more air into the screen because you're done. It'll just sit there and float or wherever you want to put it at, and it'll be a price that everybody can afford at the end of the day. That's why I'm looking at in the future. We're not in the future this summer of trying to make better outdoor screens, because the white screens aren't cutting it. And keep in mind, they've been doing this for years. Have you ever seen any technology change in outdoor projection screens? No, it's the same white screen. Drive-in movie theaters, white screens, white screens, white screens, white screens. Those things are absolutely horrible, but they still sell them. So we'll make our own. We'll make something different, that nobody else has. Something with LED lights and Bluetooth and all that other crazy stuff at the end of the day. So you get what you paid for at the end of the day. And then on top of that, with that black technology embedded into it, guess what else you have to spend the money for? Expensive projectors to try to get the screen to work because you're outside on a white screen. Yep, see? Saves you a ton of money. All right, people, hope you enjoyed the demonstration. We are trying our best to bring out better technology because I don't like the industry. I don't like the screens that are put on the market. I don't like the fact that the projectors cost you more and more money. You spend more money for expensive projectors, and you're only getting half a machine at the end of the day. It's like a vicious cycle. It's what it is. Nothing but a vicious cycle. Screens get more expensive, projectors get more expensive, and either way, you get nothing out of it. That's what happens. With our technology, you don't pay a lot of money. You get advanced technology. You get to use projectors that won't cost you an arm and a leg, and what you can do with it, skies are the limits. Look at that. Dirty old piece of wood and an old window. And this is what we converted with our black technology. All right, gotta go, people. Launch date is going to be on February the 2nd, February the 9th in 2024, of course, 2024. And yes, free worldwide shipping and free LED lights. Gotta go. Thank you all, and God bless. Oh, we got to give thanks to the person who gave this to us. Can't forget that. We can't forget our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Never, ever. We give thanks to our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for blessing us with amazing technology, because if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have any of this to begin with. So all glory goes to God. Got to go, people. God bless.